First of all, I want to thank everybody who's been tuning in to Tales from the Jails. Now listen, we need everybody to do something for us. If you really like what you see on Tales from the Jails, you're really interested in what you see on Tales from the Jails, we need you to go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member. Subscribe as well, but also become a member. That way you can get updated on all the new content as we continue to bring you these amazing episodes. So we want everyone to go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member.
As y'all heard it, go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member. We got an array of content that's coming out that you will be thoroughly entertained by. As you can see by the content that's previously been released, you're entertained by. It's only gonna get better. I'm telling you, there is only up to go. And we wanna thank y'all for rocking with us, man, and listening to the awareness that we're bringing about prison life. So go to where again, bro?
Go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member.
YouTube at Tales from the Jails, and please become a member.
Live, Tales from the Jails. We're here live in Pod Rooms USA. TNS Media Group is the team in the family. You know, July 18th, y'all know what it is. I got my counterpart, Mr. Brahim Jackson, and we got a special guest, my lovely niece, Malikah Williams, who's here today to share the stage with us. She has a crazy story. You know, we have the ability with Tales from the Jails to bring different aspects of the prison system and how it affects those who may not even went to jail. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't been to jail.
Jail affects everybody, man.
Yes,
Jail
it does.
is not just the person that's in there, but the family members, the girlfriends, the mothers, the fathers, the sisters, the brothers, the kids, grandmothers. It affects everyone. Oh, here go Wild's World calling me now.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to him. We got to get back at him right now. We're going to have to tune him for another date.
Yeah, she got her feet up, man. Hey, this is my niece, man. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say. It's my niece. What's going on? Got everybody, got Turkey Bands, James LaFlames, 215 Nitro, Terrell Walker.
Turkey Bands talking about the heat out, the feet out. TB cool out, man.
Well, let's get to it. So, this, our episode, this episode is a real special episode for me, mainly because, it's my...
How was it special for you? Because you know the niece. Situation.
It's my niece.
Oh, you happy that she up here?
No,
or it wasn't special about what she went through or may have went through?
But hear me out. It's a bright side and a dark side to
okay,
it. The bright side is that it's my niece. The dark side is that you up here. You know what I'm saying?
God.
So that's the dark side. But I got my niece up here, and we want to get into this. So once again, Tales from the Jails, we do not glorify prison in no way, shape, form, or fashion.
That's right.
At all.
They know what's
we bring
going
you
on.
Real stories from real people, real events, real things that happen. So, Malikah, how old are you now?
I'm 29.
29. I remember you was a baby. I remember you was in the stomach, and I remember the day your mom had. We just said that. This made me just think about like, dang, man, that's crazy. Time be flying.
Oh, about to be 30.
Time be flying, man. And you're 29 years old. You're beautiful as ever. You're very smart. You're very intelligent. You are ambitious. You want the best out of life, but you also have endured some stress and and still enduring stress of things because of the prison systems, because of the society or places that we grew up in, the neighborhoods that we've have grown up in, and our families have been brought into. But so as a kid, your father was incarcerated, right? And how old were you when your father was incarcerated?
I was 5.
5 years old.
Yeah.
Wow, and it just seems like yesterday. And your father was a part of the indictment with this guy right here. And when your father was indicted, at the time, I'm assuming you didn't really understand the aspect of prison and what was going on at that time.
Yeah, no, not really. I just knew that my dad was here and then he was gone. It was like, I remember, I just was saying this to my mom, like he dropped me off in kindergarten and then he never dropped me off to like ever.
Talk to the mic if you can.
Is it,
let me see. Let me help you out real fast.
You can pull it out, son?
is it close enough?
Yeah. That's the closest. Yeah.
Apologize, y'all. Our technical guys over there just sit over there looking real serious. Okay, so you said you remember your father taking you to school, dropping you off, and then that was it.
Pretty much, yeah. Because I had just started kindergarten that September, and then he got locked up in October.
Mm. Now, before your father, went to jail, describe the relationship that you had with your father from what you remember at that age, that young age.
I remember I just was always a daddy's girl. Like, I loved going to go see my dad and like being with my brother and stuff. And like we would go to his house, he would take us places. It's just like I was just real close to my dad. So for him, like him leaving that suddenly, and then not only that, but like right before he got locked up, he was in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a lot of like fear of like what's going to happen to him, and like people not really trying to tell me stuff, but I knew something was going on. And then he went from the hospital to now he's locked up, and now I'm like, well, like, what's going to happen now?
And just to kind of give the fans or the people or listeners just some insight. So her father was shot one night. We was in the neighborhood. Her father was shot, and he ended up going to the hospital. And in the hospital, the feds had already arrested some other guys. Because we saw other guys that was on indictment get arrested, but we didn't know if they was going to come and get us or start locking us up. And they ended up getting him or arresting him while he was in the hospital, and his and fresh, he was still it was in the bed, stitches and everything that he had in his body from being shot. I remember being down there the day before, and we was on our way down there to go see him just to kind of get some insight. We was on our way down there, and they like I forget who called, but it was like, yo, don't go down to the hospital. The feds just grabbed Leak out of the hospital. So I'm like, wow. But for us, we didn't really understand the feds at that time because we were still so young, and we didn't really understand the magnitude of everything. So we just looking at it like, all right, it's the feds, it's the cops. But we knew it was serious when I talked to him after that. But so your father got took out of the hospital, went to the prison, the FDC, I believe, and nobody wanted to tell you anything about what was going on in your father. When did you talk to him? What was the first time we talked to him when he was in jail?
Honestly, I don't really remember. The first memory I have after him being in the hospital was he was at a place called, I think Hudson County or something like that. And they had like the phones and the glass.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first time I remember like visiting him, talking to him or anything. But that might have been like, I don't know how long that might have been after he had got picked up. But I know I was maybe like 6 maybe at the time.
Mm.
And for those who don't know, Hudson County is a state facility jail that rents units to the federal government, which is in Jersey City, outside of Philadelphia. This is what she's referring to. Again, it's called Hudson County and is in Jersey City, and is a state-ran facility jail that, every once in a while when they got space, they will rent a unit to the federal government for the federal government to house federal inmates in this state facility.
Yeah. And I remember coming to see you. Well, I remember coming up to the prison one time to come see you, and we all came up there, and I remember just talking to you behind the glass, young, so I know exactly what you're talking about. And I remember him complaining about just the conditions over there. And you said that that prison was made to do what?
Break you. That prison is, when you get sent to that prison from coming from a prison such as FDC, the conditions is night and day, meaning that they get worse as far as in how worse a bed can get. If you're thinking about Hudson County, that's it. Hudson County, a regular ramen soup that's out here in society that costs 25 to 30 cents. In regular FDC, that soup will call you 60 cents. Regular federal detention center. In Hudson County, it's $5 for one. $5 for one square packet of ramen, chicken, beef, or vegetable, whichever you choose. So the conditions of going to. It's like going from a mansion to a bando. That's what the conditions for the inmate is doing time in there.
Wow. So, still at this time, you're 6 years old, and at 6 years old, you don't really understand nothing other than the fact that you want your father.
Yeah. And just like having to see him there is like, I'm not understanding why I have to go there to see him and like why he can't come home with us. So it's like, I remember when I was younger, every time I would see him, I would cry like every time we left. Because it's like, why I have to leave you here? Why you can't come with us?
What was something he said to you that you remember from being that young that's kind of stuck with you?
I just remember he used to always just tell me that he was working on getting home to me. So I just remember a lot of talk about like appeals and stuff like that. Like he would tell me like, I didn't really know everything, but he would at least tell me that like, I'm working on it. So I was just always looking forward to him coming home, even though it ended up being 19 years later. But
19 years. Can I ask you a question, Malikah? How did your father, your natural biological father, how did this course from 5 to 19 years later, during the 19 years, did this have some influence on how you were shaping your life of your father being gone for so long?
Maybe in a way, like when I think back on certain things, like I don't know, like I kind of like dissociated a lot of the time. So like sometimes I would forget that he was even in there. Like it just because it hurt so much, it's like I didn't really want to think about it. So it'd be times where he'd be like, "Why didn't you write me back?" And it's like, because if I write you back, then that's like me realizing like you really not here.
And this is this is a person that I call my brother, as I do your uncle.
Yeah.
Grew up together, knew him knee high to a grasshopper, and for like to be on the other side with him, and just to give the sentiment of how he felt. Damn, I left my daughter, man, my kids, man. Well, I gotta raise my baby, man. Like, and I'm in there like, well, we got to do this time, man. Right. But I'm not looking at it from a father point of view. You understand what I'm saying? I'm looking at it as a outlaw, a renegade, when it's so much more things than being an outlaw and renegade. And now me having a child of my own, being home after all that confinement, I see what that man was going through in his struggles every day in there, the time we was around each other, of him missing his family, him missing you, his only daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Out of all the kids he got, then you like that. I'm not gonna say you the special one, but for real, you is. Okay, we gonna go with it. I wanted to be polite, but I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it, man.
Everybody know I'm his favorite.
You bet. Yeah, I just did that to be cute. Then I'm gonna let you go ahead and take the floor with that. But I know he gave you a lot of advice during them times y'all talk, like through the years, like, you know, advice as far as when you getting older. You know, and we gonna be real. You getting older, you get into adulthood, and you know, you're a girl. You see boys, and I know, Dad, man, is this boy? Oh, how was his advice to you to certain things, but from being behind the wall? Because you know, advice, when a person out here giving you advice, they right there every day. How do advice come from? How do you take it coming from a person behind the wall that you know? Oh, he got 40 years. He tenning on that. He telling me don't do this and don't do that. He got 30 more years. Like, how do you take that? Like.
I mean, my dad, I feel like he was pretty understanding. Like, of course, like he stood on certain things, but like his approach was always to like try to figure out why I was doing certain things, why I wanted to do it, and then just like try to guide me in a different direction. He wasn't really like controlling, like, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like, when it came to like boys and stuff, he'd be like, you can't have no boyfriend. Like, of course, like that was like stamped, like you can't have no boyfriend. But I remember when I was in high school and I was talking to this guy, he was like, okay, like I might entertain I might entertain you talking to him if I can talk to him, you know, just have a conversation with him. Your mom can talk to him and stuff like that. But he wasn't like super like, he wasn't strict, but I respected him enough to was like, I didn't do certain stuff where like he would gently say something and it's like, I'm not even going to try to like push the limits or test the waters.
So, as you know, time went past. Your father serving time, and you said you was just looking at it as if, you know, he wasn't even in there. Was it a time that you thought he was never coming home? That you just like, it's like, man, he's never getting out, so I gotta just be out here.
Now, I ain't never think that he was never coming home, but I did think that he was going to do the full 33 or 35 years. Like because he'll always say like, I'll be home soon, or, you know, I'm trying to get home to you. And then like year after year, he just wasn't coming home. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to be I'll probably be a grandma by the time he get back home.
Mm.
So I didn't think it was going to be the 19. I really thought he was going to come home. What was it, like 2033 or something like that? It said he was going to be back.
Mm.
Yeah.
So we always talk about the aspect of like, you know, when a woman is getting up to take the kids up to the prison to see their loved one. How was it for a kid? What do you remember as a kid taking that trip up to the prison to go see your dad?
I mean, the trip itself would be fun because it'd be like when I was with my mom, we would go like with a friend or something that had kids. So it'd be like a fun little trip. Or like if I went with like my brother, mom, I'm with my brothers, I'm with my sister, it'd be cool. But like even like the visits itself, it was kind of fun because it's like I'm spending time with my dad. It just was like the hardest part was always leaving, because that was like the realization of like, okay, like you really in here, we really not gonna see you again until the next time we come up here. And then it was like hours and hours away too. Like he was like 8 hours away in New York for a long time.
Mm.
But them visits ain't burn you out sitting out there 8 hours the whole weekend. Not 8 hours, the whole 8 hours a day.
But we would
Yeah,
do 2 days. Yeah.
honestly, like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's 16.
as I got older, it definitely was starting to be like, I really don't want to sit here. It's like, I love you, but I don't want to sit in front of
Exactly.
your face for 8 hours. I'm sorry.
We just sitting here.
Yeah, like
You
I'm
run out of
sorry.
stuff to say. You be
Yeah,
quiet
it's
for 20,
like-
30 minutes.
Like, and that would kind of like bother me too, because it's like I wish I could be in the setting with my dad where it's like I can deal with you when I want to. Like I
Mhm.
don't gotta just be sitting here trying to think of what to say for 8 hours and then I gotta do it again tomorrow. It's like I'd rather, you know, like you in the room, I'm in the room, I can come talk to you if I want to, but it's like, you know, you around. So it did, like as I got older, it did start to burn me out. And even like the rides up there as I got older, I'm like, I don't really feel like doing that.
These long
honestly.
rides.
And then you got to go through like the security and stuff. I started getting tired of that. It's like, why do I have to? Why is somebody else in control of me seeing my dad and how I see my dad?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think you know, by your dad being in prison, do you feel like you lost something, that something is missing?
A little bit, yeah, because it was like so much stuff that I wanted him to be there for, and he just was never there. Like I said earlier, like he dropped me off to kindergarten, and then I went first, second, third, all the way to high school. I went to college and everything, and he was never there to take me to school ever again.
Mm.
So I feel like that's something I miss out on. Like he missed out on everything, all my dance shows. You know, I had my daughter, he wasn't there. Like, so I do feel like I definitely missed out on a life that I feel like would have been a good life.
By having your dad.
Yeah.
I know your dad, man. You know, and I know how he cared about his kids and how he still cares about his kids, and how he actually took care of y'all when y'all was young. So for people out here who just, you know, watching the show, a lot of times people don't understand the value of having a father in your life. What's your perspective on that? Like the importance of having a father?
I think it's very important, honestly. Like I feel like it shapes who you are. And I think like because I knew that my dad loved me, and if he could be with me, that he would be with me. I feel like I didn't suffer as bad as I could have. And I think it helped me kind of like keep my head on straight. It helped me make certain decisions and like not make certain decisions. Like I think having a dad is just important as having a mom.
Wow, that's heavy. That's heavy. Having a dad is just as important as having a mom.
And just like having that male just figure in general. Like I feel like part of the reason why I ended up being okay was also because it's like I know my dad loved me. I know my dad wanted to be with me. Like he didn't really like abandon me in a sense of like he just walked away. But then also like I had like all my uncles and stuff who was like showing up for me. Even though I know y'all would have been there for me regardless, but like y'all was also kind of showing up for me for him too, which was also important to me. So it was like in a lot of situations I felt just like secure, like I'm okay. Like
Yeah, I remember when it was time for me. You was looking to get married, and I was a little upset.
Yeah.
I ain't wasn't feeling that. I see Malikah in front of the masjid with him, and I'm like, Malikah tried to water it down. No, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, Who this guy? Yeah, but you know, like they just being overprotective, you know, of those who you love, and having your father, you know, gone. Do you have any? Because you know, sometimes you know people have issues with their parents. Like my dad was selling drugs, or he was doing whatever he was doing, and sometimes kids have issues or have gripes, or they're mad at their father. Do you have any issues, or do you have anything that makes you upset with your father because of the life that he chose?
Not really anymore, just because like he's home and I'm older now, and I just like I'm a little bit more understanding. I give him a lot more grace, but I remember being a teenager and I just like I looked into the case myself. Like I looked it up and I was just reading it and stuff. And I was going through a lot of stuff with my mom too. And I just was like, it just kind of made me feel like I should be able to go be with my dad when my mom is, you know, acting how she acting.
Mm.
And it's just like I remember like 16 to 18, I just was like, why would you make decisions to take yourself away from me? Like at what point was I more important than whatever you were out there doing?
I'm gonna say this to you because a lot of times, like I said, we in the you know, in the streets, right? And a lot of times we don't really understand the consequences behind what we're doing. We don't know we're going to go to jail. We don't know if we're going to be killed. We just know that we're just trying to, you know, provide, you know, for our families. And not saying it's right, not glorifying it, but it's just like we're just in the moment.
Yeah, and that's why I give him a lot of grace now, because my dad, when I was born, he was 18 and he was 23 when he got locked up. So it's like I know, for one, your brain not fully developed, and you just like you grew up a certain way and you don't really know a different way, and you just doing what you think is right, and then you see other people around you that's older, they doing this and they getting fast money, so you want to do it too because you grew up a certain way. You don't want your kids to grow up that way, and you just want to live a better life for yourself. So it's like that's why I'm like just more understanding as an adult, and like thinking about like how I was when I was in my early 20s. Is like I wasn't always making the best decisions either. So that's
Yeah.
why I don't really have any resentment towards him really
Mm-hmm.
anymore.
We was kids, man. We was kids, man. We were kids, really.
Yeah.
Hustling like that.
You sitting over there looking like you just now
I'm
came
just
up
saying,
with the.
no, I'm just thinking about we 18, 17, 18, 19, 20. How old was when Diamond became what? 21?
Yeah, I was 21. I was 20. Ray turned 21.
And so he was 21.
Yeah.
Kid.
Child. Children.
Just
And
so
I
happened
was
we were just, you know,
getting some money.
at an alarming rate.
At a super alarming rate. And this is not, we're not trying to sit up here and promote this and glamorize this. If you young, go out there and sell you a bunch of dope. No, this is the path that we walked and we learned from. It took a lot of fire to learn. Fire, me and her dad sat in there over 20 years together. This one right here, he got his little bumps and bruises, had to be broke for eon years and come up with another scheme to get it legitly. Not a scheme, but another plan, another route. You know what I mean? I should say, I apologize by saying scheme, but yeah, man, it took its toll on us, man.
Hit that like button, y'all.
It took a real live tool.
Yeah, and then, you know, as you know, being in the streets like I was just saying, you know, at that age, a lot of us come from, you know, we just misguided. Like you said, all we see is the success of a drug dealer. That's the only thing. We don't see no basketball players other than on the TV. We don't see no doctors really in our neighborhood. We just see drug dealers.
Right.
So that's what we gravitate
it's set
toward.
up that way too. Like it's set up for y'all to like not know what's possible and like not know what you can do instead of what it is that you're doing. And like I remember talking to my dad when I was in high school, and he was like, he grew up in like in his house they had a hole in the front of the house, and he like, I don't want to live like that no more. So it's like, you know, when you a teenager and you don't really know nothing, they not teaching you in school like, oh, you can start a business and you can do this and that. Like, of course you're gonna go and do what you see other people doing.
In school, they don't teach you to be an entrepreneur a lot of times. They teach you how to be a worker. Like, they're not teaching the kids how to be entrepreneurs.
No,
that's not something that
I agree with
learning.
that wholeheartedly.
We're learning. They're teaching you how to. You can get a lot of times you can get a good job. You can work for this person. You can work for that person. They teach you how to be an entrepreneur.
They're teaching you to say, "I's got it, boss. I's running in the room to go clean it up right now, sir." That's what they teaching you. I's got it. I's running right to it, boss. And that's cool too if you're doing that and you're making your ends meet, but there is a bigger world out there. It just don't stop there.
Exactly. Let me ask you a question. Another question. I know I keep saying that, but so you know, what was the most daunting time for you? The most time where you feel like you found yourself maybe emotional, crying a lot, upset, stressing while your father was in prison?
I would say it probably was when I was a teenager because that's when I started to be like kind of angry at him. So it was like the anger and it was the hurt of just like him not being there. I would say because prior to that, like growing like as like a younger kid, I would think about it all the time and it would make me sad, but I didn't really cry about it a lot because like I said, I would like kind of dissociate. But like once I started to feel like the anger and resentment, that's when it was kind of like the worst for me.
Mm-hmm. And then your mom is my sister. I was raised in the house with her, man.
Yeah, she was.
Oh, way.
Yeah.
Oh, way. Y'all had to come
she
back.
was giving me a time.
Yeah,
so
she.
that definitely made it hard.
Good old Siobhan. That's her name, Siobhan. Not Zaynab, but Siobhan.
Yeah.
Siobhan get you good. But she. But one thing about your mom, I know she loved her kids.
Yeah.
She loved y'all very,
Yeah.
very much, and she cares about y'all. And she would, kill somebody literally. And I'm not just saying it. She would literally kill somebody over her kids. Listen, when you was a baby, she wouldn't even let nobody hold. She should just sit there and hold you for hours, and just look at you. I should think she was crazy, but she loved you. She cared about her kids. Now, what's some of the hardships you saw her go through as far as being a single parent, trying to make it, with you and your brother came later, but just trying to make it with you and her for a while?
I mean, it was a lot going on. Like I know she struggled financially a lot of times. Like it's been times where we was like almost homeless. But I feel like my dad not being there it was just a lot on her because not only does she have to do everything by herself, but she got to watch me suffer.
Mm-hmm.
She got to watch my brother suffer. And then she cared about my dad. So she watching him suffer. And it's just like, and not only that, but it's like something was taken away from her too.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like she struggled emotionally and sometimes that kind of translated in a way that she might not have wanted it to translate. So I feel like she probably just felt like she had like just everything on her back. And you could see it at times like she was just stressed out a lot.
Mm-hmm. And then they also speaking about the age, she was young. Her and your father was young with a child. So now I look at I'm saying now I look at the beef now that was going on with them and all the fights and me and your dad going through like it was just so much. It was young. It was kids, And now I understand. I get it. I see why it was that way. Now, you are a mother now. You have a beautiful daughter.
Thank you.
Nori. How was it for you being a mother and going through all that you went through and having your own child? What's some of your plans for your child now that you have a child?
Just to give her a better life than I have. I feel like I've been doing a pretty good job of that, like, cause she's experiencing things that I didn't experience at her age. So it's just like, and I not to like slight my mom because I feel like my mom was a good mom. We had a lot, like she did a lot for us.
For sure.
But I feel like it was just like stuff that she didn't necessarily know at the time. And like as she started like learning stuff along the way and she teaching it to me, now it's like, okay, now I can do this with my daughter. And just like, I just want her to have the best life possible. Like that's my only goal, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Now, this guy right here, we always sit up here and talk about, the effects of jail, like from a standpoint of just as men. But also on the flip side, you have two brothers.
Oh, we're going before that.
Okay.
I want to get to because that was we're going to get to that. We got a whole, I want to know how it was leading up to the time because, I was home before your pop.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the certain laws became affordable for him that wasn't affordable when I came home for him to get his release. How was that feeling for you? Like, did you have your daughter before your father came home?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
So I know this is like, my pop ready come home, he probably ready to meet his grandbaby.
Yeah,
like what was all that like? Him coming home the week before he came home and y'all knew. How was that for you?
I was just like, it was weird because I didn't want to get too excited because I was scared that something would go wrong and he wouldn't come home.
Mm-hmm.
So it was
Yep.
like I just was like praying every day, like please let it be real this time because
You done heard a bunch of hoopla.
I didn't heard it so many times, like, oh, he'll be home soon, and then never came home. So I'm like, I hope that this time is really the time. And it's like, you came home, one of my other uncles came home, my cousin came home. So I'm like, he gotta be coming home soon.
I know that's giving you a little hope, like, oh, they done let these niggas out. I know they let my dad out.
Yeah, but I still was just kind of like, because like nothing was really happening, and he had, before he came home, before they actually told him he could come home, he put in another motion that got denied. So once that one got denied, when the one that actually brought him home was like being talked about, I was like, this one about to get denied too. Like,
It'll fill you up with a lot of doubt.
yeah, so I'm like, I was hoping that it wasn't going to get denied, but I'm like, it ain't. He going to come home in 2026, like they said. He would have been coming home this year, but I just like that whole year, I just was praying like, before my daughter turned 2, I would like for her grandfather to be in her life. So I was just praying on it like every single day. Like, and he came home like a week before her birthday, like literally right before she turned 2.
What was that feeling like first time laying eyes on him free? Do you remember the day? Can you tell me about that whole day when you, whether you went to get him or whether he came to, what was it, how that whole day was, that first day when he was like, he here, and you like, was you nervous?
Not really nervous. I was excited. I was emotional, but like, because like when I actually did see him, like a lot of people was there. I don't feel like I reacted how I would have reacted if it was just me and him. Because like I'm not the type of person that really can cry in front of people.
You ain't
so
Joe.
It's like, yeah.
You ain't Joe. You can beat Joe a little bit with your pop,
Well,
man.
I mean, not Joe, but just like I feel like had I went to go get him or had he come straight to me, like when he came, I probably would have like broke down and cried. But it's like everybody here, everybody happy. Like I'm not really able to express that emotion right now, not because I couldn't, but I'm just not that type of person. But
Did you ever cry?
Well, when he came home,
Yeah.
I think I did cry like before I saw him. Like when I found out that he, like my uncle had already came to pick him up and stuff, I was a little bit emotional because I'm like, it finally happened. Like he's finally home. I finally get to have my dad.
So that first hug without no police monitoring, no shackles and nothing like that was a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah. Because
Like,
it's
damn,
like,
my dad out here,
I can have that hug whenever I want it.
But ain't that crazy? From 5 all the way to the age you were when he came home, was like, damn, you finally hit. Like,
yeah.
That's crazy, man. If you ask me, and I'm telling you, it's crazy. Like I've been through it. You've been through it. I haven't. So you can only tell me what I think I know.
Right.
You know, and man, you are a strong female, man, strong individual, man, to keep it together like that throughout the course of time that he been in and up until now. Still maintaining and doing what you got to do. And I could be one of the first people that tell you to your face, and he will agree that man is extremely at an alarming rate proud of you. Yes. You turn it out. You ain't done yet. You might turn left one day around the road, but right now, you on the road right there. Now, what you was ready to jump into? Because you ready to jump into the meat and potatoes, you don't even close out one door before you open up another door. We got to get it all from
jump into a little bit of the rumble.
No, you do not want to do that after them burpees a half hour ago. You're depleted of life. Now, go on, let's get back to the Miss Malikah.
Listen, so make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Now,
they ain't got to hit it because we won't be up here tomorrow. Play if y'all want to. If I look on that Joan one more time and it's still at 44 likes, I got something for that ass.
Somebody said, I hope her children father not a street guy. He's not.
She tries to stay away from that, even though the street guys is enticing and
just don't look him in his eyes, man.
Yeah.
Just don't look it, because boy, they can get you, turn you to stone. They the new Medusas.
Don't look him in his eyes, man. It's over. It's over. Don't do it. But listen, so
her story thickens, her plot thickens.
Yes.
To go through that at such a young age, and what y'all about to experience right now will blow y'all motherfucking minds.
So let's start. You have 2 brothers. Mm-hmm. Both of them is in tight situations. Duty.
No, she had more than 2 brothers.
Well, she had two brothers that are in.
That you're referring to. Let her explain it, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you questions, okay? If I could, man. Yeah. Thank you, man. You all right?
Yeah, because you going to talk about 2 brothers. She got more than 2 brothers.
All right. Well, she has 2 brothers that are in a tough situation right now.
Which situation is that?
So the first brother I want to speak about is the one you and him are the same age, I believe, and he's currently facing a murder charge.
Mm-hmm.
Both of y'all went through a lot of the same things, father being in jail and
The struggle together.
the struggle together. How was that in having conversations with him about your father being in jail? What was those conversations like with your brother?
I mean, of course, we always both missed him. I feel like starting from a younger age, like he was always more aware of things than than I was. Like we done seen so many things and he knew what was going on. And I just was like so oblivious. And he'd tell me like, this is that. And I'd be like, no, it's not. Like my uncles wouldn't do that around me. And he's like, no, it's really that. But like talking about my dad and stuff, like he kind of was interested in that stuff. Like he wanted to know how much money he made and, like he wanted to hear stories about like how he was when he was out here. Like that kind of stuff kind of excited him.
Mm.
Of course he missed them, but like
Following the footsteps of his dad.
yeah, and he was more supportive of him.
Doing the things he did to land him in the penal system.
Yeah.
That's how it always turned out.
Because I remember we had a conversation one day, and this was like years before my dad came home, and I was like, I just out of nowhere, I'm like, if daddy come home and he be out here doing the stuff that he did before, I ain't talking to him ever again. And he was like, my brother was like, oh no, if he come out and do that, I wouldn't be mad at him. Like, he got to make some money. And I'm like, from that moment, I was just like, oh, like, my brother, you're lost.
Yeah.
Like, I was worried about him from that day on. I just was like, I was just hoping that he wouldn't follow in his footsteps, because I'm like, he already, for one, he think that whatever my dad was doing was okay. And for two, he is like so into the things that he was doing. Like I remember we went on a visit and he asked my dad, like, what's the most money you ever touched? And I'm like, why is that? Why do you care?
Why is that even a subject?
It's
Yeah.
interesting to him. He wanted to know. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what
He
money was y'all
you
really
know how a
getting out
dog
of
be
that?
wagging his tail when the master come around? He was just like this, seen his dad come out them doors. Dad,
Yeah.
how much cash you got? Wagging his ass. He's
It's
ready to get
intriguing.
right to it.
It's
Yeah.
intriguing, like the
Very
whole aspect
intriguing.
of the whole drug dealing aspect is very intriguing.
Cars, chains,
Interesting.
clothes, girls. What's
Yeah.
not intriguing about that?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So your brother ultimately, ends up taking a left turn, going left and doing some things, and ended up going to prison for. He's now currently incarcerated for murder. How was that for you, knowing that your brother is now fighting for his life with a murder charge?
Honestly, it's painful. Like when I found out about like what happened, for when I found out about it late, because like my dad just kind of, he don't tell me stuff. He just kind of try to keep me separate from everything. So I found out about it like once it kind of got to the point where it's like he couldn't keep it from me anymore, because he know like you going to find out like it's about to get worse.
Mm.
So that's when he ended up kind of like explain the situation to me. But for me, like, it's painful because I always say this, but it's like I don't know a life where that's not my brother. So it's like for him to be in this situation and like I don't know what's going to happen next. I can't save you from it. I can't help you with it. Like it's a hard situation for me, honestly. And then it's like now like one person come out and now another person two people go in.
Mhm.
It's hard for me, like with my brother. That's like we was born the same year. That's basically my twin. So it's like,
Exactly, I look like twins.
yeah.
So he's in there. Have you talked to him while he was in there?
I talked to him one time,
Mm.
but I ain't like
What'd he say?
He just was telling. I was just asking him like how he was doing and stuff like that, and he was saying he was doing good. I've been trying to get him to like go on the thing to like approve me to be on his like list and stuff. So he got to do that so I can see him. But I was also kind of like scared to talk to him because like how I feel, I don't want to make the situation worse, like or make him feel worse about the situation, because it's like it's heavy on me. So it's like I don't want to be like, I was scared that I was going to talk to him and I was going to start crying and he was going to feel bad. So I'm like, I was kind of glad that I didn't talk to him when I wanted to talk to him.
Mm.
But it was good to talk to him though, because I definitely miss him. And he was just saying how like he missed me and he missed my daughter and stuff. So.
And
Yeah.
your brother has a daughter.
Mhm.
They have two
He got
children.
2 kids.
Oh, yeah, two, yeah. So he has 2 daughters, right?
He has 2 daughters.
Yeah.
No, he got
No,
a daughter and a son.
Oh, yeah, son.
So his second one is a son.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 2 girls. I'm sorry. So you have a niece and a nephew that your brother has, and you look at the cycle over again as far as when you were a kid. And I think his daughter might have been 5 or something. How old was his daughter when he went in? Because she the oldest, daughter's oldest, right?
Yeah, she was young. She was young. He only been in like 2 years.
Like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm saying around that time, 6 years. So she's now going through something that you went through. But hopefully your brother be able to come out of the situation. But you're looking at her as a splitting image of yourself when you were that age 6 and going through that with. And how is she talking about it? Have you talked to her? How is she dealing with it?
I haven't really talked to her about it, but I know the last time I talked to her mom about it, she was just saying like she's taking it pretty hard. And I didn't know until recently, but she had told my daughter like that my brother was locked up, and my daughter was like, now she's scared of the cops and stuff. But I just like I feel bad for her being in this situation. I remember I had a conversation with my brother years ago. I want to say like while her mom was still pregnant, and he was just like doing a few things that were a little bit reckless, and I was just telling him like, you about to have a baby and you don't want her to grow up like how we grew up. And like in that conversation he was like saying like he understood and stuff, but then things ended up taking a turn.
Well, hopefully, he makes it out of that situation, man. We're gonna continue to,
You ain't guilty
pray
until you're guilty.
him.
Right.
Yeah. So now you got another brother.
This is crazy.
You have another brother who's down on one of the, I'll say the biggest indictments, one of the largest.
One of the biggest indictments.
Yeah.
One of the largest indictments in the city of Philadelphia for just straight murder and killing. Your brother is supposedly, a member of the YBC gang, and they just indicted a lot of those guys, a lot of the guys you know from the neighborhood, growing up with them, and so forth and so on. But your brother is now affiliated, or supposedly affiliated with that group, but now he's facing some serious charges. Your brother is Kwame, and what they call him, aka Mir Pablo, who's on this indictment. And how was that for you, knowing when you heard that he got arrested? Because that's your little brother.
Yeah. Honestly, like it made me mad. Like it's not like the same as like with my older brother, where it's like I'm hurt and like I'm going through a lot of pain. It's more just like I'm pissed off, like just because of like the life that he was living. It's like, why were you even doing any of that? So when he got arrested, it was like I was mad, but at the same time I was a little bit relieved, because after I found out about like what he was doing and stuff, honestly, I was expecting him to die. I hate to say it like that, but
it's the truth.
Yeah, so when he got arrested, it was like kind of a relief, because it's like, well, now that's not the case. And somebody had warned me like years prior to him getting locked up. Like they told me like he gonna die one day. And they was like, I just want you to know, like, so you prepared, so that like when it happened, you're not, shocked or anything, or out of the loop. And so every day I would just be thinking like, I hope today is not the day. And then like people around him is dying, and I'm like, I hope my brother is not next. So it's like I don't want him to be in there, but at the same time, it's like I'd rather that than the other thing. And I also feel like he needed to sit down. Like, you're doing too much. Like, so it's like it's something that makes me mad, because I feel like you never had to be in that situation. So it's disappointing more than anything. It's like, and I love my little brother. I don't want to see him in there. It makes me mad.
How has this had an effect on your father? Your father came home from doing all that time, and then he has, his sons, both possibly looking at some significant time.
If found guilty.
If found guilty.
Yeah,
And he was home before they both were in jail, and I seen him on numerous occasions lecturing them vehemently about the streets. So he definitely gave his vocal experience about where the streets will leave you to.
Exactly.
I mean, I can imagine he's stressed out, and then it's like he was going, like when the year that he got locked up, Kwame had just been born. So like he was never really in his life for real. So for you to not be there for your child whole life, and then a couple years after you come home and you get to be with him, he get locked up, it's like I can only imagine how that feels, honestly.
Yeah, it's like a cycle. And it's unfortunate, but the prison system is designed, it's just designed that way, because when you remove a man from his responsibilities of taking care of his kids, or being out here, not saying that, whatever was going on was right or wrong, I'm just saying, When you remove a man from his family, now it's like a whole support system is gone from a different aspect, because like women only can do but so much. We need to have men involved, especially with boys.
Yeah.
So you take that man away, now your kids spill out into the streets more so than girls. As you can see, the boys spill out into the streets and get caught up in so many different things, because the nature of a man is to roam and just move around. So now they fall into different things, and you see the effects of the father not being there. It's saddening, because we see the cycle, and the cycle was going on and on. Because now, look, your brother's in jail, and inshallah he make it out and come out of there. But if he's found guilty, he has a son who's going to miss him for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And it's a possibility that his son can, may Allah protect him from that, but it's a possibility that he could spill out into the streets. I don't know if Kwame has any kids or not.
He don't have no kids.
Yeah, but we just see this cycle over and over and over again. And when is it going to stop? How do we stop this? Where
That's
do
what I
we
like
begin?
to say. Where do not, because it ain't gonna never stop until it's something approaching it or giving it opposition. What's the opposition to this? And if you ask me, I don't know. If you ask me, what's the remedy to cure this disease we talking about of black men, losing their fathers and then they be falling victim to the streets afterwards? This question been asked since the beginning of the time. What is the remedy to the black man, the black community of us going out there to do it? If you ask me and sit down seriously, I don't know. And if I had the answer, life itself is the remedy, meaning you got to go through it. And I might be wrong. But some people touch that pot and be like, God damn, I got blisters. I can't touch that no more.
Exactly.
Some people make it out. Some people don't.
And why is it, though, when you come home, a lot of times you see men come home from jail, and it's like, sometimes kids are expecting you to be who you was when you went in. Like you said, your brother was kind of intrigued by the things that he was doing, but sometimes people expect you to be the same thing or the same person you was when you went in. You're gonna come home, start getting some money again, and you're gonna, get everybody together. This is the mentality of people a lot of times.
And that's what people definitely, like, before my dad came home, that's what everybody was saying. Like, he gonna come home, he gonna make money, he gonna take care of everybody. And I'm just like, it's annoying to hear stuff like that, because everybody just kind of like glorify who he was when he was out here. And I'm like, to y'all, that's cool and that's intriguing. But like, at the end of the day, I didn't have no dad for almost 20 years.
Because of the stuff y'all talking about.
Yeah, so it was like, I'm not glorifying him making all that money from doing what he was doing, because now, like, first of all, where's the money?
Exactly.
And secondly, where are you? So, like, I was not trying to hear anything like that. And everybody, he know how to get to $1. We know he gonna take care of everybody. It's like, can he just come home to me first before y'all start dictating where his money gonna go and stuff like that?
Exactly. And now that he's home, he's doing something positive. He's trying to, do things different.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't trying, he's doing.
Yes, he is. He's doing things different.
Trying and doing is something totally different.
So shout out to him, man. He's doing things different. He's trying to, just change the narrative and show that, you can be a millionaire or make money legitly.
It's like now we can talk about him giving me money, like not giving everybody else money.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like making me rich. Like like everything he's doing is like everything he do, he like, I'm gonna make sure I put you in position for this and that. I definitely appreciate that. But it's like the most important thing to me was that I get to have my dad out here with me. Like, it's not even about no money or like what he did for me while he was out here. Like, it's just more of like the actual presence.
Yeah, because he called me, like, I'm certain things I be having going. He like, yo, see if you can get your niece in there. Get your niece to do that. He do.
Yeah.
He has, on multiple occasions, he has. So now, your father's been in jail, your two brothers are in jail. You have a daughter, and I'm assuming you want to guide her differently. Do you talk to her about the things that you've been through with your dad and your brothers?
No, she don't even know that my dad was locked up. I think my mom told her that he was in camp for some time. He was at a weight camp, so she don't really know. Like she visited him one time, and she was a baby, so she don't even remember him ever being in there for real. So I think maybe like once she's older, if she starts to like find stuff out, then maybe I'll explain certain stuff to her. But like I said, my niece told her that my brother was arrested, and I didn't really go into detail, but I told her like he's okay, like everything's okay. It's okay to miss him or be upset for him. And even like she was sad that my niece doesn't have her dad, and I was just, explaining to her like, sometimes things happen, and
Mm.
everybody's going to be okay, and it's okay to feel bad for her and to feel sad for her and to be there for her.
So, man, how was the relationship with your dad and your daughter? How was that? What is that like?
It's good. Yeah, she loves him.
I remember I just was
Yeah, he
with y'all
loves her.
where we was just at about 2 weeks ago. Me, you, your dad, and your daughter.
Well, I had to get my car fixed.
Yeah, but I'm talking about after that. We got the cheese stick and all that.
Oh yeah, that was the
Yeah.
same day we went to D'Alessandro's.
Yeah. Your daughter was over there. I thought that was his daughter. I
Yeah.
said, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, she looked just like her when she was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always say I don't think she looked like me, but
I
I
do.
feel like she looked like my mom and my dad. But like you know how like siblings, they both look like their parents, but they don't look alike.
Yeah,
Like, I
she
think
looked just
it's
like you
that.
when you was a kid. Like when you was small, she looked just like you.
Yeah.
From what I see. So, Mr. Sandman, shout out to Mr. Sandman with the donation. He said, if we give up and think we can't change anything, our circumstances won't change. If we keep trying to find a solution, we might just figure it out. I agree.
I don't.
Why you don't agree?
But we'll leave that for another conversation. We got Miss
Why you
Malikah.
don't agree? You can't say that and leave the door open.
From my time of growing up, from the time before me, from the time now, it's like don't nobody listen. Don't nobody want to listen. It's and then I don't
He
like
said,
that. I don't like.
we can't change our circumstances.
He said don't. He said don't try. He said don't stop. Don't stop and keep trying. So we might figure something out.
He said if we keep trying.
He said if we give up and think we can't change anything, our circumstances won't change.
Yes.
If we keep trying to find a solution, we are. So I'm thinking he talking about for the mass.
What you listening
I'm thinking
to?
he talking about for them. I wasn't listening to nothing. I was reading. I read it wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, ain't no mind. I'm listening to your voice acting crazy, but go ahead.
Yeah, so I agree. I totally agree. Now, in regards to, life in general, being without a parent, or having your mom and then, having your dad away and now your dad's coming home, what are some of the, key points of advice he's giving you now? What things has he said, this, what thing has he brought to the table for you now?
Just like he's just pretty much just been supporting me with everything and just like, pushing me to just work hard and just to, put myself in a better position all the time. Just making sure that he's there to help me along the way. I don't really ask for advice. I think I know everything, but but times that I have gone to him, he pretty much just he just always know what to say and when to say it. Like whenever I come to him with anything, honestly.
That's what's up. Shout out to Chew. Now, us on this podcast, right? We always speak about, like the realities of jail, and this is the first time I think we even had someone speak about the effects of jail that it had from this standpoint. Because prison only, just damages everybody. It doesn't. And it's nobody that's not affected. Especially if you go to jail, you got a family, you got kids. Your mother is affected, your father's affected. Most importantly, you're affected. Your kids are affected. We see this stuff going on in the community, and now it's to the point now where the young guys, it's turning into something else in the streets. It's turning from the hustling and selling drugs. Not saying that was right, but now these young guys are shooting up everything.
Yeah, they don't even have no money. Like,
it's correct.
Like that's the crazy thing about it. Like they're not even out here to really be like hustling and making money. Like that would make more sense. They just want to be out here just having guns and shooting each other and sharing the guns because they don't have no money to buy their own gun.
It's crazy how, like we was talking about the other day, you see the young boys, they got $10 in their pocket, but they got a gun that costs $2,500. The gun costs $2,500, but they got $0. They got the switchy with the button and all this stuff and the stickers on, and they scared him half to death. Had him scared running down the way, ducking under cars and all that. It's just, crazy. Hey, Young, so I'll ask you a question, Young. you know, do you think that, you know, not saying you going back to jail, but do you think that, you know, having a son is a little bit more difficult than having a daughter? Like, you know, coming from
No.
our background?
Me, I wanted a son. I don't want no daughter. Not no pun intended to the women or nothing like that, but I don't think I would be.
If you had a daughter, I probably hope she like her mom.
Well, probably so. You know what I mean? That'd be cool too. But on a serious note, like a daughter for me, I think that I don't know. I would really need her mother help because the only thing that look at me, like you be around me all the time. Can you imagine my daughter would probably be gay? I don't want and I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying nothing wrong with a woman, nothing towards the LGBT community. Hold up, let me talk, bro. You always, I'm being serious. And you always come in with your laugh and chill. So without that, without that, well, with my daughter, she probably be gay. I'm gonna be raising her on instructions because the way I'm gonna be raising her, don't be push-ups and this. I don't know how to
do push-ups.
Yeah, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I want my daughter to be strong. Yeah, I'm telling you. You sitting here, you ask me a question. And
you don't even make your son do push-ups.
Yes, because I don't be around him all the time. If I'm around him and had him hands on, yes, I do. Yes, I do, bro.
Okay.
You sitting there making that like, yes, I do.
Okay, I
but if I had because I don't be around him all the time. If I had him all the time, you would see it. You don't see it because I don't have him. So how the hell you gonna see something? But other than that, I know if I had a daughter, how my feelings would be. I don't know how to curve it to be gentle. Like, oh, this is my baby girl. Oh, my mom's like, she might get that sometime. But toughen up. Like, you don't do that with a girl. Oh, come here, let me get the boo-boo and kiss it. Like, I got to learn how to conform myself to that before I even think about having a girl.
Well, I'm going to tell you something.
Like, I don't know how to be.
The daughter give you that type of aura.
I heard that.
Yeah, it's not like, you're not going to look at her and think that you want to put a push-up position burpee. You're not going to do that. The aura that she going to give you when you pick her up is going to be like, oh, I gotta protect this, and like, you ain't gonna be moving like, nah, anybody got a daughter, they'll tell you the perspective changes. Just something about having a daughter.
Yeah, because like my dad, he was so soft and gentle with me that like when my brother did something to get in trouble, it was like kind of a shock to like see that he can even get like that. Like I'm like, you can yell, like you could talk to people like that. I would have never even known.
Yeah, because it's just the girl just give you something different. Like, as soon as you come out of the womb, you just looking at her like, you just holding her, looking at her like, this my princess. So you're going, and it's going to change your whole mentality, probably your life.
Yeah, probably so. But me, if I had to choose, I would choose a boy over a girl because I think I could be more of a. But like you said, you have to have a daughter to go through that change. Like I don't see that in me until I have a daughter. All I know is me and you be like, it'd be a regular conversation and I'm hollering at the end of it. Like, you just don't know you just don't turn that off the next day. That's something you got to learn to conform yourself to. Mm. And I'm already, what they say, you can't give a zebra new stripes. New stripes that it already got it. So it's like, all right, I'm getting older. I don't want no more kids anyway, to be truthfully honest.
Yeah, like I said, but if you do have a daughter, I just hope she look like her mom.
Well, 9 times out of 10, I had a son. And he's extremely beautiful.
They like his mom.
He's extremely beautiful.
Look like his mom.
And you ain't supposed to call a boy beautiful. You're supposed to call it that he is beautiful.
Mashallah.
Hair down to his ass and all that.
I'm just saying, like his mom.
All that and something, bro. All that.
But he like
I'll be walking with that nigga, like, and try and get all the girls like, yeah, that's mine. Yup, you goddamn right, that's mine. Yeah, I can make them. Yeah, that's what I be thinking.
He like his mom, like I said. Handsome little guy. So, Malikah, what's next for you? Like, what do you see yourself doing? Like, coming through all that struggle that you've been through, father being in jail, coming up in the ghetto, in the hood. Where do you see yourself? What do you see, next couple of years? What do you plan to be doing?
Well, I do want to go back to school soon. So
for what exactly?
Psychology and nursing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll definitely be doing that. I want to move to a different city, just to have just like a different life, like just a
fresh start.
Yeah, a fresh start. Yeah.
Because life, excuse me, you never know where you're going to be at. You never know what situation you're going to be in, and you've been tested with your father being in jail because it made you who you are today. It might have been difficult at the time, but I always tell your mom and tell everybody all the time when I talk about it, I said Malikah just being her own world, but
Yeah.
not but you be in your own world, and it's like I never heard nothing crazy. I never heard you out here acting crazy. I never heard you even raise your voice
Yeah.
like before. And you always been real quiet since you was young, but I've never really, I know Malikah might say something different.
Yeah.
Probably cuss Malikah a lot, but
Yeah.
for the most part, I've never really seen you, get crazy. Your mom, I said, Malikah is acting crazy, but I just couldn't see it.
Yeah.
When I come and
'Cause
see you,
she just
I'll
used
be
to
like,
be dragging stuff. Because I remember she made me come stay with you for that summer, and I was like, I didn't even do nothing for real.
but I'm saying, I'm like, I just couldn't see it. And for me, being your uncle, like I just always, wanted the best for you, and I still do. And I see a lot of quality in you. I think that the sky's the limit. Like I see for all of y'all, like in here we all family. You got your brother here, you got your two cousins here, and it's just like I seen y'all as kids now, or small kids now. I see y'all all grown, and I'm happy to say that I'm your uncle. Now, just looking at just to go back a little bit about both your brothers, right, being in the situation that they're in. Do you think that there'll ever be a time where they'll be home again?
I would hope so, but just like given what they're up against.
And being realistic of what we see every day.
And I was so like naive in the beginning because I'm thinking like, oh, like my oldest brother, I'm like, at the max he might get like 5 or 7 years, and then somebody else was like, no, at the minimum he's gonna get like 15, and I'm like that kind of like crushed me a little bit because I'm thinking he either going to come home or he going to get like 5, 7, anything less than 10 years. So it's like I would hope that things will work out and they wouldn't have to be going for so long. I mean, the younger one, not to say I really want him to be in that situation, but I feel like he definitely needed to just like chill. Like, and this kind of like forced him to be, because he can't do the stuff that he was doing. So,
And one thing about jail, niece, is that's direct straightener. Direct.
Yeah. And then with him, it's like, it's something that they had already been watching them, and it's like a whole bunch of other people involved. So with that, it's like, I already know how group cases and stuff like that goes. So
yeah, it gets real vicious. And then, we listen to the streets and what the streets is saying and so forth and so on. And people are saying that your brother is testifying or telling on people and all these different things. Do you hear these whispers, these things that people are saying too?
yeah, I see stuff like that all the time. I don't really know, but like from the way it was explained to me was like, he didn't necessarily tell on anyone. He just basically didn't deny his involvement or something, like basically saying like, if he like basically he took responsibility. So it's like if he take responsibility, then that means that everything about everybody else is true. So it's, I guess, looked at as snitching or whatever, but I don't really know. I never really talked to him about exactly what he said or like what he did. But I do see like I'm on Instagram and people will like post about stuff like that, and they'll be like, oh, he the one telling on everybody. But I'm like, y'all was already being watched. Like, and they like, oh, as soon as he got locked up, everybody else started getting locked up. Like, oh no, y'all was already getting locked up anyway. Like, so whether he told or not, y'all was already out of here. Not saying he should tell, but like that like just because everybody getting locked up don't mean that was him.
If these things were to be true, like you're not in the streets, but how do you feel about people that's like rats or told or tell? Do you how do you feel about that?
I mean,
got a little bit of hood in you in regards to that?
I mean, I feel like because it affected me, like with my dad, like I know it was people that told on him and lied on him, and then they got to come home and be with their kids. So I do have kind of like a feeling about people that be telling and lying and stuff like that. Like I don't think, like if you was there and you accepted that lifestyle,
shut your ass up and take the ride.
yeah.
That's my niece. Yeah.
But I do like
because I was gonna get up here and walk out as soon as you said, no, he cool for doing that.
But not like, but honestly, like
today.
as a person who didn't have my dad was in there that whole time, and like one of my uncles had kids out here, and one of the things that I always heard was he didn't do nothing. He just didn't tell. So I don't know exactly the story, but I'm like, he got kids out here that's going through stuff, and it's like, you didn't tell. And like, I'm grateful. Like, if that's what happened, I'm grateful that he didn't tell, because then it's like, now you get to be home. And, I mean, my dad was already locked up, but like everybody else that was home was able to be home. But it's like, I'm seeing his kids not have their dad. And it's like, of course, I wouldn't want their dad to tell on my uncles and stuff, but I would want their kids to, and then his kids were having kids. So it's like, now he coming home and he already got grandkids and stuff. So I don't know. It's like kind of weird. Not that like I said, I don't think that you should snitch on people, but I do feel bad for the kids of the people who decide to not tell, like if they wasn't involved and stuff.
Malika, I wanna personally tell you right now, and I ain't tell you since I've been home or, after everything that happened, man. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of the direction of life you going in. I'm proud of, because there's a lot of girls that will succumb to a circumstance like this. I don't think I know a woman, right? Father coming home from doing 20 years, 2 brothers in jail, and could possibly be facing life, possibly. And at one point of a time, they would have killed each other.
Mm-hmm.
They were enemies. So we're going to get to the next. But I wanted to say, I'm proud of you, man. I see you, man, and keep on thriving and being a woman, because don't too many women walk this line that you walk. Like, how many friends you got that got a dad come home from doing 20 years and 2 brothers that may get a significant time in jail for murders? Like, I know you got some friends that you probably ain't got not one of them to say, you know what I'm saying? So that's really like rare. And for you still to be turning out, because you're not done forming into what you're growing into, but you're in a hell of a direction and a great mindset on your show, a mindset on your head. And I want to say, man, I'm proud of you, man, and keep on going, man. I ain't never tell you that, but man, you doing this, Joan, man. That will cripple a lot of women, man. My father, now the men in my family is out of here. Yeah. That's what, you know what I mean? That's crazy.
It has been like lately, it been kind of weighing on me too, because it's like, my dad is home, but then my dad moved. And then it's like, my 2 brothers, they in that situation. One of my uncles just got killed, and then everybody else is like, doing their own thing. So it is kind of like, I get emotional thinking about it sometimes, because it is like, I grew up with like all of these men around me, all these boys around me, and now I'm just like, I'm just out here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, who got killed?
Uncle B.
Uncle B. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just so far. You might as well go ahead and get off the joint, man.
I'm trying to think. This is my niece.
How you don't know?
Yeah, I'm saying, but B.
You just you got killed.
I'm not thinking about B, because B was, this is my blood niece. Like, so yes, when she said my uncle got killed, I'm thinking about who she talking about.
What uncle got killed?
Yeah,
none of my brothers died.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a brother from my pop's side.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah, but I know all his brothers too. I'm thinking like, hold on, what's one of them got killed?
I mean, but one of my my blood uncles is also not going like that, but like, he's away.
Yeah, he's in country.
And it's just like, it's too much. It's like, and I got three of my men just put away, and then one is just going. It's like, it'd be a lot to think about sometimes, but I feel like with my dad being gone for so long, it kind of made me yeah, like I'm real resilient because of it. So it's like, I feel like since that happened, I can be faced with anything and I can make it through, but it do be hard sometimes. I feel like now with my dad being home, I'm a little bit more like, I'm softer. Like, I do cry about things a lot more than I used to, because I never really used to cry unless I was thinking about him. But that was like every so often, when it was like the weight of everything, I would kind of like realize it, like, oh my God, like my dad is really not here. And so then like maybe like once or twice a year, I would like have that realization. I would cry. But it's like, now he home, it's like, I just let everything make me cry nowadays.
Let me ask you something. This is something that happened a long time ago. I think we was at your mom's house one day, and you was in there with, with light eyes. And I was in there messing with him. But I was in there, I was joking. And your mom told me that y'all was mad at me because I was like joking about his hair. You remember that day?
No. He was probably mad. I didn't like the hair myself, so I don't think I would have been mad. He probably was.
Shabbat was like, yo.
Because he's a little sensitive, so he probably did feel some type of way.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what's next for you, Leak? I know you said you want to go back to school. Like, you got any businesses or anything going on right now?
Lately,
anything you're looking to get into?
I don't think I want to do that no more. But oh my gosh. But no, I just been leaning into more of like just trying to just make money off of just like just being me, honestly. So like being more active on social media and stuff, and me and my friend about to do some stuff on social media. So pretty much it. Like, of course, I do want to go back to school and like have my degrees and stuff, but I'm like, I might as well make some money off like my personality and my looks and stuff while I still got it.
Mm. So, we take phone calls here on this live. So we're about to open the phone lines to the chat, to people to call. Listen, be nice.
And yo, any of you niggas calling up here, man, acting crazy with my niece, man. She's, man, she got a significant other and she has a baby and she don't want none of you dusty ass niggas. How about that? Because Feet gonna dress it up the way he want to. So this ain't for that. This is about her life and how she coming through right now and what she's going through after two brothers has been incarcerated awaiting their decisions, whether they nay or yay, and a father that just been released. So be respectful, chat. Because I swear to God, I won't be back up here this week. I don't know about this big head ass nigga, but I won't.
Yo, listen, y'all. The phone line's open, 215-316-4492. Listen, that was not on duty, too. Dang.
What was the not on duty?
No, never mind.
Yeah,
Man.
there you go.
That was
There
not,
you go. Which one?
Talking about my head and all that. That's not on duty, man.
Oh my God, man.
It's not on duty, bro. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Y'all don't agree? Yeah, everybody agrees.
The number again, y'all, for y'all to call in, 215-316-4492.
Phone lines is open. So, here we go.
You got to put the headphones on.
You can just put one to your ear, Leak. You got if you want to. I don't want you don't mess up your edges. Tell us from the jails who you speaking with.
No,
that was a prank caller.
No, that was him calling. Make sure the line was on.
Oh yeah. I'm feeling a lot of tension from over that side, man, of the room. Tell us from the jails who you speaking with.
This is Paul Rogers from Uptown.
What's up, bro? Shout out to Uptown. What's going on?
Much respect to y'all, man.
Appreciate you.
Hey, Malikah.
Yeah.
You're a queen, you know that, right? You're a queen.
Thank you.
You've been through the struggle and you made it out the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And let me ask you something. My daughter is 21 years old. She started giving me trouble at 15. How was you at 15, 16, 17 years old?
I was an agent. I was a good kid. I don't know. Like, I did get in trouble about stuff, but talking to boys and stuff like that. But at 15, okay. I was a pretty good kid. I did what I was supposed to do in school. But I was pretty sheltered, so I didn't really have no room to do anything bad anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, where's your faith at? What you believe in?
I'm Muslim.
Muslim?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Now, whatever you do, right? Teach your daughter about Islam, and to respect herself and love herself.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in, man. Thank you, bro.
Feet, much respect to y'all, man.
All right, thanks, bro. 215-316-4492. 215-316-4492. Don't forget, y'all, get y'all tickets now. We are a few days away from the biggest event in the city. It's going to be Tales from the Jails live event. We're going to be, tickets is selling, man. We're going to have a great turnout. Have a good time, man. So it's gonna be a great event. So make sure y'all get your tickets now. The link is in the actual chat. Look forward to seeing everybody there. Young man, ask you a question though, man.
Talk to me.
What are you looking forward to the most this Saturday, man?
Oh man, I'm just looking for the camaraderie, man. I'm looking for the men to come
camaraderie?
Out. The camaraderie, you already know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm looking for the men to come out, the ladies to come out, man, the kids that do attend, for it to be a family affair, for it to be a family gathering, for us to be informed on certain information that we might have, and me too. Y'all might can bring some things to me and let me know something where I could get up here and run wild with it when I come back up here Monday. But man, I'm just looking for the love, man. I'm looking for the love. I'm looking for everybody. I'm looking for the engagement. I don't just want to be talking. I want to get asked questions. You know what I mean? I'm quite sure they want to know some things about you and me, personal, you know, just about our past, of coming from where we came from to where we are now.
Tales from the jails. Who we speaking with?
It's Push.
Sorry?
Push.
This Push?
I can't see you. I can't hear you. You got to turn down the volume when you're joining a little bit.
I'm 9 to 5 gang. I'm at work. This Cliff.
Oh, Cliff, what's up,
What's
Cliff?
up, Cliff? Where you calling from, man?
Southwest.
What's going on? What question you got for us today?
I'm gonna be there on Saturday. I'm gonna be there on Saturday, right? South Feet. We need some what you be saying to Black?
What, not on duty?
Not on duty. We need some not on duty signs to hold up.
We have all types of not on duty apparel. We have alarm rate apparel, Tales from the Jails apparel is gonna all be in the building. We're gonna have a lot of things we're gonna have out there. Not on duty. A lot of different things we're gonna have for y'all to do and to show support while y'all are in the crowd, man. So I look forward to seeing a lot of y'all for sure.
Yeah, I respect y'all, man. Y'all run a nice show. See y'all on Saturday, man.
All right, thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Look forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking. We're gonna have a banner where we're gonna take in. We're gonna have like the last hour of the event is gonna be a formal meet and greet. I'm coming off the stage. I'm coming into the stands. I ain't drinking no liquor with y'all. I know y'all.
Are you gonna jump into the crowd like?
No, I ain't never wanted to do that, and I'm not gonna do that.
Can they catch you? Like,
yeah, somebody gonna move out the way. They just want to play. So I'm not gonna give nobody the chance to do that.
They be passing you down, like.
Yeah, I'm not doing none of that. I can see you doing that though.
No.
I can see them off you off the stage. I'm trying to grab your leg, you wiggling up top. No, yeah, I can see that. I be like, my man, he just like to have fun. Too much fun.
You ain't say you was gonna do that though.
No, I never said I was gonna do that.
Okay.
I never said I was gonna do that.
Yeah, so we looking forward to the event, man. Don't forget 215-316-4492. 215-316-4492. You gonna be there, Lee?
Yeah.
So tell us from the jails.
Yeah.
Tell us from the jails. What's going on? What's going on? Who we speaking with?
What's going on? Talking to Malik, man. What's going on?
Oh, man.
The father has called in.
y'all got my princess up there.
Yeah, yes we do. Yes we do. And a beautiful princess it turned out to be, man. I mean, I give you half the accolades for that. You know what I mean? But the reason.
Hey, Ma.
Hey, Daddy.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate you up there and everything that you're talking about. I just want everybody to know, you've been a tremendous daughter, man. Like being in that situation, locked up for almost 20 years, and it's hard, man. It's hard to try to father a daughter, let alone sons, and you've just been the best, man. Like, I mean, you've been patient, and I know it's been hard at times. You never gave up. I mean, and I got the times that you was upset. You was hurt. I mean, and I understood that, man. But every day of 19 years, I fought to come back home to you. And alhamdulillah, we was able to get it done, and we here. And I ain't going nowhere until Allah put me in that grave.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
I love you.
I love you too. Thank you for everything.
Of course.
See, man, you caught it. You got an emotion up here, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, y'all got me crying right now, man. So I'm gonna let y'all continue on. Yeah, I appreciate y'all, my brothers, man, for life, man. I'm proud of y'all and what y'all doing, man. Like, keep doing y'all thing, man, and it's gonna get greater later at an alarming rate.
Alarming rate for sure.
At an alarming rate.
All right,
man. I love y'all.
Love you too, bro.
All right, man.
See you later.
It's always good when you have
Prince, you gonna get your ass knocked out, but I love how you he talking about what's up, Step Pop. Prince, I'm knocking shit out about this. So if you ain't ready, or if you is ready, continue on the road you on. Remember, I grab ass, mouth, everything to win. So if you want to get in there, by all means necessary, continue down the path.
Y'all duty.
That's my man Prince. Say what's up, Step Pop. Prince said, fuck off. He gonna say, I got 2 tickets. I'm selling them for $2 a piece since I can't say what's up to her.
Tell us for the jails we speaking with.
What's going on? This Hank from Jersey.
What's up, Hank? Shout out to Jersey. What's up, bro?
Now I just got a question for Black. What was the burpee count for this today?
Oh man, I mean he didn't quit, but his engine was giving out. We did a little lightweight 5 down, then we did a 5 back up. But during the 5 back up, I seen where his engine was slipping. Now he don't need a new engine. We just gonna give him a tune-up, some new spark plugs, an oil change, maybe a new battery.
Yeah, back up a little bit. Somebody mic.
That's Malikah, yeah. Just move it away from the mic.
From the mic, yeah.
Yeah, but he hung out there though. But if it was a dime, it would have just been me up here today by myself, me and my niece.
No way.
Oh, I got a question for
We
Pete
got
real
the
quick
footage.
too.
We got the footage. What's going on?
Hey, what year you became a millionaire?
Man, I don't know what you talking about, man.
I see y'all Saturday, man.
You can ask him by himself Saturday, man.
I don't know what you're talking about. I appreciate you, man.
Oh, I liked that call right there. That was a pretty decent joke, man.
I wish I was.
Yeah, call in, man. We got a few minutes left, man, for y'all to call up, man. Ask, man, Miss Malikah, man, what's been going on or how she feel about whatever questions you may want to ask. And you may want to ask us some questions, man. But remember, Saturday, starting at doors open at 7. The act won't start until about 8. We're going to put on a hell of a performance for you guys. And I think a performance is made up. Like a performance is something that you sit there and plot about. So I ain't going to use that word. We're going to have a great outing, man. Everybody come out, man, relax, eat, whatever it is you do. We're being mindful of the next person with us, around us. And we're going to talk about it, man. I like to call it a town hall meeting, a modern day town hall meeting, man. And let's talk about it, man. You know, some things we may not come to the answers with, but the conversations need to be had. And in order to get an answer, you have to have the conversation.
Yeah, we will be passing the microphone around, into the crowd, to, just get y'all to engage into the actual show, because the show is all about everybody that's there.
Oh, and I'm pulling somebody on the stage, so don't be acting crazy. Dark Skin Beauty, James LaFlame, one of you motherfuckers is going to be the lucky contestant coming up there today.
Yeah, those tsunami missiles will be there, though.
Oh, shit. I already planted that yesterday. It's down there already.
Tell us from the jails we speaking with.
Anonymous.
What's going on? Where you calling from, man?
Hey, I'm trying to figure out what's up with her brother, man. Is he going rogue or something like that?
I ain't say it again.
He said, what's up with her brother?
Is her brother going rogue?
Is he going rogue?
Because he's definitely on a PC block.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we have.
And I even can tell you his celly name.
What's
He went from E to D. They both protective custody block.
Wow.
So what are you doing?
Well, there's a lot of things that's left to be, talked about, man. This is his sister, man. She's not in the streets, man. She is a working woman.
So
these are not questions.
It seems like y'all know. We would know more than she would.
See, as of now, I can say a lot of shit, but until I read some paperwork, that's when I'm going to go off and start putting that shit out there. As of now, I haven't read no paperwork.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Now,
and then they got to say
you going off paperwork. I'm going off employees.
Oh, employees. Well, yeah. But employees is still a human being, ain't he?
Yeah, but
no. Ain't no but. Anything at the but is bullshit. Is employees still a human being? That's all I want to know. Is they still a human being? And a human being make mistakes and lie and all types of stuff.
No,
I'm never taking a human being word over paperwork. Never.
So we can't.
This human being too close.
But shit, your mother could tell you a lie. Your mother lied to you about something. Am I lying?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Yeah, they lied about Santa Claus, all that. But ain't nobody gonna put this smart on nobody's name.
That's the all-time lie. Nothing's a bigger lie than that.
But you know,
Santa Claus live.
until things come, because you know these dudes is ready to go to trial and all that, man. So
it'll come out.
You know, it's going to come out. It's going to come out. We ain't up here hiding nothing from nobody. One thing about this judicial system, the correct way, well, not even the correct way, the procedures of how it go, it got steps. You got your preliminary, you got your grace period after the preliminary, then you got your trial date, you got your motion dates, and then that work has to be let out. It has to be let out. And then from there, after that, then ask all the questions you can ask, because you best believe I'm looking at that work like a motherfucker.
Okay, I got you. So we going to sit back and wait. I'm going to hold you to that.
Yeah, don't hold me to it. Count on it.
They say
Got you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, CO. Yeah, you landed that
because he said anonymous caller. He might be the CO. I landed what?
That judicial word. You landed the hell out of that plane.
What you mean?
You like I didn't think you was gonna get that word.
You was over there a little nervous, like
yeah.
my man.
You see, I was like,
so you like, oh man, got that motherfucker out.
Landed the hell out
Dark
of that
Skin
plane.
Beauty. Pull up, Dark Skin Beauty. You know it's going down July 18th. Doors open up at 7 o'clock. Show start at 8. We in the building. I'm going to be there about 6, though. I got to always, you know what I mean, be on penitentiary time. I got to check out the scene. Not to say that there's nothing going on that's negative. We down to with University City of Penn. Good parking for all those that don't know. Underneath where the building, World Live Cafe, underneath it, like I guess you got to ride around a corner or something, they have parking. 2 big-ass parking lots. So don't think it ain't no parking. I'll find out the correct thing, but go ahead.
Hello?
Yo, what's up? Tell us from the jails.
Going on with y'all? Shout out to the podcast.
What's going on, man? You might turn your TV down or your radio down a little bit. We're having a hard time. Your phone going in and out. What's going on?
Oh, no, my bad. I'm outside.
I can hear you now. What's going on?
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask. So I got 2 questions for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one is, this might sound crazy, but it's a live show. Is it kid-friendly?
Yes.
Okay. And the second one, how did you and Black meet, like when y'all was young boys?
Well, we met, I got dropped off in the neighborhood, right? How we met, it probably was around about 93, 92. I was younger, he was younger. My foster family had moved around there. Foster family that I had at the time, a mother that I still hold dear to my heart. And during the course of the first couple months of me moving around this neighborhood in 92, I started hanging with, I'm not gonna say the wrong crowd because this is my brothers, but we was doing the wrong thing. Because we ain't have nothing. We all came from similar backgrounds. So this is how I, embarked on the company of Tawfiq Page. You know what I'm saying? I met him around 92, 93. And from there, it'd been sheets, curtains, pillowcapes, and drapes. A rap, if you want to call it.
Right. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Salute to y'all.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, man. Thanks for it, man. And be safe out there, man. Stay free.
Look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
For sure, likewise. For sure.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Big Shaq, what you say y'all was up? Oh, Big Shaq said Black. I was up in New York for Jay-Z extra innings. Did you see Malik up there, Shaq? Malik was definitely out there for all them days. Big Malik just called in. Said Jay-Z extra innings, show it beyond, said the show was beyond lit. That's what I'm hearing from everybody. Then you said it was a Ray Book reunion. So I'm guessing that a bunch of convicts that was served time upstate New York, Raybrook, the jail you said was 8 hours away, was in attendance. As of now, I know 2 for sure. You, Big Shaq, and Malik.
The bike was a BMX, brand new boy.
What bike?
The bike I let you hold that day. You,
oh yeah.
I think you was down there with Londa that day.
Yeah, I would have kept the bike if it wasn't for his father.
I had a crazy BMX.
Yeah, I had a crazy BMX too. After I unloaded it off someone's hands.
Duty. That old duty. Tell us from the jail. So we speaking with. That was crazy.
Call back, man. Call back. We got a couple minutes, man. Call back, man. We want to know what's going on. It's Wednesday, y'all. It's Wednesday. We got 2 days.
Tell us from the jail. So we speaking with.
This is Tashi from Philly.
What's up, Tashi? You say you calling from Philly?
Yes.
What part of Philly?
North Philly.
All right, what's going on? What you got for us today?
So I wanted to ask, I think Malikah.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask her, like, you dealt with your dad leaving at a young age, and now your brothers. So like, and you got a daughter, how do you deal with the grief of it all? Because I just lost my brother like to gun violence like a year ago, and my dad at 5 to gun violence. So
Sorry
like,
to hear that.
it's like a recycling. So, and I got 2 daughters. So how do you deal with the grief of going through this all over again?
Sorry to hear that. But I just pretty much
Thank you.
just pray through it, honestly, and just hope for the best out of the situation.
Hmm.
But it's like I was saying earlier, it is heavy. Like throughout, like with my dad being locked up, it was heavy at times, and like with my brothers being locked up now, like I do have my moments. Like it can be really heavy, but I just try to pray through it.
Just pray. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you for the call, man. You be
Stay
safe
strong.
out there and stay strong too.
Stay focused.
Yeah,
You
thank you.
stay in prayer. Yeah, man. So, who said something about the perk? Was it James LaFlame talking was now on the perk? What's going on now?
No, I think James LaFlame talking about he off the perk playing the game. James, put them shits up. Put them shits up. Do not bring them to the event. Leave that shit at home. I ain't knocking you. I ain't sitting here saying you can't, man. Good, have you a ball, but leave that shit at home.
James ain't on them yerks. You might have to have a confession to make too while we up there, man. You might got something you might want to tell the crowd, man.
Who?
You.
A confession about what?
I don't know, man. Maybe you got something that you want to get off your chest.
Like what?
Like my main man did. Not like that, but you may have something, maybe devastating that the crowd might want to hear.
Like what?
I don't know.
So I don't know what you're getting at.
I don't know. Something you might want to tell them. Tell us from the jails. They hung up. So yeah, y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in, man, to the Tell Us from the Jails episode, man. We got about another 2 minutes before we get up out of here. But we thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget this episode. You get the highlights of the episode tomorrow. You'll be able to watch the highlights tomorrow, and you also can watch this episode tomorrow on live on our YouTube page, and also you can listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Take this call. Tell Us from the Jails. Who we speaking with?
Hey, it's Keisha.
What's up, Keisha? Where you calling
Malika
from?
bringing the women out today. Shout out to the women.
Philly.
Out to West Philly. What's going on?
So I just wanted to call in to tell y'all that I really like what y'all doing.
Appreciate that.
I love your podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you for informing everybody, keeping people educated, and trying to keep people out of jail. I love it.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Definitely.
Enjoy your day. That was cool. That's what's up, man.
That was what's up, man. Them little words right there, man. Them words right there mean it's so large in my life. Not just from this woman that just called up here with the flowers for us, but from everybody, man. Because you know me, I be ready to walk out every day. Every day, if it wasn't for you, bro, and I give you a bunch of this credit, man, for me in my life, if it wasn't for you, bro, man, everybody coming home from jail, you need patience, but outside of patience, you need that core group that's not going to just give you wads of cash, which would be cool sometime, but other than that, that's going to show you the way and be patient with you. Without that, man, us dudes is made up of this, women that's made of what we got in us, that's like the rebel, outlaws, whatever you want to call us, we doomed, man. We doomed.
I want to say something, man. It's difficult, right? Life is just life throw curveballs at you, man, and you just gotta take them on the chin, man. Like no duty. I said life throw curveballs. No, do that. That was no duty. Oh, you hear my bad. Gotta take them on the chin. All right, well, listen, man. Difficult times come, man, and you just gotta just just deal with the difficult times because you never know what you're gonna go through, man. Like I go through stuff every day. Today I got some devastating news and just dealing with things and just trying to fight through stuff, man. And you gotta just accept things that come your way, man, the good and the bad, because you just never know, man. It's somebody else going through something worse than you, and you sitting here complaining. So I don't have nothing to complain about. I'm just going to continue to be patient. This guy here gets mad at me because I be so patient sometimes. He's like, yo, how you like? in dealing with adversity. But it's hard. It's tough, man. Some days I do want to cry. Some days I just do. I don't want to say I want to give up, but some days I just want to just cry or be alone and be by myself and But it's just it gets difficult. But I just want to tell y'all, man, like just to remain focused, and stay positive, and always stick to those around you that's giving you a positive energy, because you need it, especially when you're faced with adversity and hard times. They don't last, sure. So we're about to get up out of here, y'all, man. Listen,
I just wanted to say one more.
All right, go ahead.
I just wanted to shout out my mom because, like, throughout that whole time, like, she really, like, for one, she carried it, like, taking care of us, but she also just, like, really helped me get through it, like, with my emotions, even though, like, she was going through a similar situation to me, as me, and then she also made it possible for me to even still have that relationship with my dad, like, taking all them long drives for all of them years, like, she definitely was... She was carrying it, so I definitely need to shout out her and all of this. Like, she's not,
for sure,
not a big part of it.
And I want to say something about your mom too.
No, hold on, before you go, because I wanted to cut in first. I want to give her a shout out too, because she batshit crazy, and I ain't talking about like not that crazy. Or kick your ass, shoot you. I'm still kind of a little nervous about you, Vonnie, but I love you.
No, people be messing with her. Like, you're not going to sit up here and act like people don't be up. People be bothering her, and she react to it. Like,
yeah, you gotta be careful.
She react like a nigga.
People need to leave her alone.
Yeah, I tell her all the time.
Leave her alone.
Yeah, I tell her all the time. I said, if you was a nigga, you probably be in jail or dead. Cause she crazy. But
to the girl, to me, not to cut you off, bro.
Hold on, I want to say something though. But when I say crazy in a way like in a good crazy way. Like she like
that's how I say it.
She love who she love.
That's it.
She passionate.
And if she love you, she gonna go
to hell and back.
She'll go to jail with you.
The brinks of the hell. Remember I told you about going to brinks of hell? That's another brink.
She'll fight with you. I've been in a situation where she even before things even I even start fighting. She's swinging already on boys trying to fight. This is who she is. Mm-hmm. Now she'll fight you too, but she will the opposition. Yeah, she would.
She went to jail. We didn't even talk about that. She went to jail too.
How many times she went to jail for beating somebody up or something?
Yeah, she went to jail for beating somebody up. Yeah, she did. When I was in high school.
You just come from a long line of convicts. Oh!
I got locked up.
We got locked up for what?
I got locked up. They said I was what they say I did.
What they say I did.
At school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I got locked up. I didn't go to jail though. I just got arrested and went to the police station.
Okay, yeah, well, that's still getting locked up.
Yeah.
But
no, that ain't getting locked up. That's just getting detained. That's not getting locked up. We ain't gonna never get that misconstrued.
Okay, detained. Okay.
I just had to pay like
talking
fines
about that's still
stuff.
like
that's devastating to me because
what to you that'll be goddamn the gates of hell.
They talk about something like I need to be on the episode. Oh, my mom need to be up there.
Yeah,
my mom got some things.
We're gonna bring
some stories.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring her on the episode. We're gonna bring Zainab, Siobhan, Marlon up here on the podcast. But I just want to go back and say something about her. Like ever since we was kids, man, she's always been somebody that fight you. Like she'll fight. She gonna ride with you. She gonna have your back. You can just do something to her. Like she might not like you, but if somebody mess with you, she gonna be ready to go. Y'all know that. She do not play about her kids.
Yeah, that's why she went to jail. Somebody beat my little brother up. She beat them up.
Hey, you always getting beat up, huh? You still getting beat up now?
He got beat up by a girl.
He got beat up by a girl?
Like, no, she...
How old was you? Oh, I remember that. I remember that. And she was what? She was like 16, right? The girl was 16.
No, the girl was like maybe like 14, but the person that my mom fought was like 17.
Yeah, I remember that. She beat the brakes off. Yeah, you went to jail. How you get beat up by a girl though, nephew? He trying to explain.
Because the girl ain't like me, so she beat him up to try to get me to fight her, basically.
Yeah, man. So, but shout out to my sister, man. I love her to death. And then, just to give a little background, we've been through a lot. Like I said, our mom was on drugs. Our father tried, to do what he can do. He tried to be there for us, but, our mom's on drugs. Or, our family, we was poor. You know, one side of the family was okay, but you know, my mom's side was poor and ghetto and hood and all the different things. But you know, our mom was out there using drugs, and she's clean now. I love her to death. But you know, a lot of those things, they affected us differently. You know, I think it affected, you know, my sisters more than it affected the boys, because they're girls, and the girls need their mom.
And she was older. She had to like carry everybody.
Yeah, and she's been the one that, you know, like one time, I'm gonna tell a story. One time I was playing, I was a kid, I was playing football. Remember Crazy Jason on Brooklyn Street? So we're playing football, and while we're playing football, he catch a pass. He turn around like elbow me on my eye. So my eye, I come in the house to come get some ice, and when I walk into the door, guess who's standing right there at the door?
Your pop.
No, my sister.
Okay.
She like, what happened to your eye? I said, I was playing football. She said, who did it? I was like, Jason hit me by accident. Before she flew out the door, right? Flew out the door. She came back like, I'm gonna get ice. So she come back in the house. Like nothing happened. Took our little slides off, whatever, and sat on the couch. So I go out to the door. I see Jason outside. He crying. I'm like, he like your sister, man, she punched you in my face, man. So she went around there. I'm like, why would you do that? She's like, no, I don't like him anyway. Like she just was looking for opportunity. She did it. So shout out to her, man. I love her to death, man. I talked to her today. I was going through something this morning, and I called her because I was having a hard time dealing with a situation. And I called her and we talked, and she gave me some positive advice. I love you, sister. You know, anything else you want to say before we go? Got a message you want to say, Young?
No, man, be there, man. The 18th, man. You don't want to miss out, man, on some informative, some good, knowledgeable talks, man, and fun, laughter. Bring the kids, man. They're going to learn. They're going to benefit from these conversations, man. Yeah, I mean, don't miss out, man. Don't miss out, man. I don't want to hear you next week talking about, damn, I was late getting it all. To be selling tickets at the door if you didn't buy offline already. Online, they're $35. It's an extra $10 charge fee if you're getting them at the door. They $45. But you ain't going to have no excuses. Either get them online or get them joints at the door, and let's get this joint popping, man.
No, dude. But listen, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being a part of the movement. Shout out to Dot in the building. Shout out to Cotty over there. Cotty with the
body. Cotty with the body in the building.
No, dude. Yo, listen, shout out to Tawfiq there and Malikah, man. Everybody in the building, man, today. So thank y'all for tuning in. Hold up. Did I say y'all can follow us on Instagram? Check us on Instagram, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Yeah.
Go ahead.
You know,
go ahead. That was 5 so far. Go ahead.
I said everything.
No,
man.
you stopped doing it. Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Instagram. What's next? Apple Podcasts. Man, we got about ain't we on Champagne now or Patreon now or some shit?
Yeah, you OnlyFans too, with Snickers, right? Is your name on OnlyFans?
OnlyFans on Snickers. If I was on OnlyFans Snickers, I wouldn't have to do this no more. It's over with. Yeah, you bet your bottom dollar on that.
Listen, y'all. Thank y'all, man, for tuning in, man. It's Tales from the Jails. We up out of here. Appreciate y'all. See y'all.